Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're playing with some new luxury makeup. I have a couple items here from RMS Beauty. The first one is a brand new item. It's one of their new bronzers that's just launched. This one is called Tan Lines. It just looks so pretty. And then I have one of their new blushes. Their blushes are not new, but this shade here that I got called Crystal Slipper. It looks so pretty. This is a new shade in the line. I also have some new makeup from Guerlain and from Chanel. So I'm just gonna do a little get ready with me with some new beauty. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. I am trying my absolute best here to channel spring, summer, warm weather. But as I'm filming this, we are having a classic Montreal April snowstorm. It is the most demoralizing, discouraging event to ever happen. It happens every year. Every year in April, there's one last snowstorm. So to sort of lift my mood, I'm going into this Chanel spring palette here called Rivage. It's beautiful. It makes me think of the beach, the Mediterranean. Like this to me is like sand, and this is the water. That's the fantasy that we're experiencing right now. So please just join me in the fantasy. So everything that I'm mentioning here, everything is listed in the affiliate links down below. This is a Makeup Forever brush here. It's big and fluffy. I'm just going to pick up that first color and I'm just going to liberally add it on the lid. The last video that I posted, I talked about the Sephora sale, and it didn't occur to me to post the video before. I didn't realize that a bunch of other creators had just posted their Sephora recommendations like a week before. To me, I thought, oh, I'll post it the day of the sale. Maybe next time I'll post it a little bit earlier. Let me know, like, okay, when there's like a Sephora sale, like something like that happens twice a year. Do you prefer to have the video the day of the sale or in advance? I guess in advance it's good if you have, or if you want like recommendations for things. It's just that there's so many of those videos that I'm like, I feel like by this point you know what you want maybe, or maybe you don't. So let me know. I'm using a Sigma brush. This is a tapered brush, and I'm just going to just dig into that same matte color. And I'm putting it in the crease here. I'm waiting to hear news from Chanel because they are relaunching their solo, single, individual eyeshadows very soon. In a matter of weeks, I believe. It should be maybe late April, early May, which honestly, the year is literally flying by. So that'll be any second now. And they're going to have, it'll be the individuals, not the palettes, and they'll have satin, matte, neutrals. Like they're redoing certain shades and then coming out with new ones. So like Talpa and some of the neutral colors they're redoing, and then they're going to come out with purples and greens, I think, as well. So it should be a nice mix. Using an Angie Hot and Flashy, this is the A504. I'll dip into the blue a little bit. I want blue, but I don't want anything too extreme today. I know, it's shocking. Usually I'm just head over heels for blue, and I still am, but I'm kind of inspired by maybe more of like a French makeup look, so something a bit more subtle, not as jarring. You know, come back in another week and I will do something more dramatic, but I'm just feeling a little bit softer today. So I'll just put that in the corner here and I'll work it into a V shape and into the crease. So that should be soon. And a lot of you have asked me about the Les Beige collection this year. So a couple weeks ago, I saw someone post some sneak peeks. I don't know where they were, somewhere in Europe. And then those sneak peeks disappeared. So I don't know what's happening there. I looked back at my own catalog to see when the Les Beige usually comes out, and it varies. Sometimes it's end of April, sometimes it's May, and sometimes it's even in June. So we'll just have to be patient. You know, I guess we have to wait for the warmer weather to join us here in the room. I'm switching to a separate blending brush. This is the Angie Hot and Flashy A502, just to soften this out a little bit. But the warmer weather will come, and I think it's ironic because I'm filming this a couple days before. If the video comes out on Monday, I usually film it on Friday because I don't want to work Saturday, Sunday. I have that choice. So I believe, fingers crossed, that on Monday it's supposed to be nice and toasty. Or not toasty, but like not a snowstorm. So perhaps that day I will do a crazy blue makeup look. It's really funny. For me, makeup is really artistic. It's artistic. I find it inspirational, aspirational as well. Sometimes the makeup for me sets the mood for the day. And so if it's nice weather, if it's warming up, I'm feeling like the summer is coming, I will do something bold and colorful because to me, bold and colorful looks scream summer. I'm going to add a little bit of this color here. I'm going to use this Refer 02 Mini. I'm just going to pick it up. Usually I wet the brush here because I want a more intense look, but today I want something just a little bit softer. It's still beautiful, but if you wet the brush with a setting spray, you'll get an even more intense color payoff. It doesn't change the color, it just changes the intensity. So it would give more of like a metallic, wet look to this shadow here. I just went ahead and used a little bit of black waterproof eyeliner 88 just to go in the top waterline to make the lash bed look big. And then I'm feeling a bit adventurous. I'm going to add a little bit of flick of winged eyeliner here. This is the Signature de Chanel, the Chanel Signature. It's just their felt tip eyeliner like this. And I have to say personally, if I'm going to do like a winged liner, I prefer felt tip. So, okay, you're not seeing this here, but I have both elbows firmly on the table. Nothing is freewheeling in space here. You need to sort of anchor yourself, and then you're going to anchor your hand to your face like this. And then I'm pressing this along the lashes to really get as close as possible. And I'm going into shorter strokes just to have more control. And then using just the very tip of the felt tip liner, just drawing a little line and then connecting it afterwards. For the mascara, I'm also using an RMS Beauty product. This is the RMS Straighten Up Mascara. It's my first time using this, so hopefully it's good. I'm just going to roll it around in the tube. I don't pump it, I just sort of roll it to get lots of product on here. This is what the wand looks like. Okay, looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply a copious amount here. Okay, so this is one eye with and without the mascara. I think that this is lengthening and volumizing. Okay. You can see obviously which side has mascara, which side does not. I think it's a pretty good mascara. For the primer, I'm using my new Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. It's a really beautiful, brightening and illuminating and slightly blurring primer. It's like a primer, liquid highlighter, 3-in-1 type of product. It definitely doesn't cover imperfections, but it's really pretty. I think if you like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, you would love this. And I'm using the BK Beauty round brush. I have the shade 3 here in the new filter. I think it's just the right shade. These have a little bit of color, but really not very much, so it's not like that big of a deal if you're trying to figure out which color, like which shade you are. It's not that big of a deal. And then for the foundation, I'm going to use more of a tinted moisturizer. This is the U Beauty Super Tinted Hydrator, and I have the shade, I think this is medium? Shade number 4. Medium, shade number 4. So this is a very moisturizing tinted moisturizer. It's very sheer in coverage, but I like it. So this you apply and you blend out one layer before you apply a second one for some reason. That's just what they say. I'm using the same brush as before. So is anyone else excited about the eclipse? I know I am. I'm very excited. We have the special glasses. we're gonna go and see. So like this video comes out on Monday. The eclipse was on Monday. So we're gonna go and check that out. Very excited. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that the skies are clear, the snowstorm has cleared, and we have clear blue skies. What an exciting event. I've definitely been around for other eclipses, but I've never really gone out of my way to experience it. So I think it'll be fun. Let me know in the comments if you're also eclipse chasers or whatever it's called. So just blending this out. It's very light. It's your skin, but better. Definitely you, but better. But sometimes I want that, even if I am wearing a little bit of blue makeup. I'm going into my Guerlain Terracotta Concealer, and this one is the shade 2.5N. I bought this concealer online with a hope and a prayer, and I do think that this is the right shade match for me, which I'm very thankful to the makeup gods that I did in fact pick the right one, because sometimes when you buy like a complexion product, if it's a foundation or a concealer online, you really have to go in and trust that their guide, the online guide, you know, if it's like light to medium, this shade range, it really worked. So yeah, I think 2.5 is good for me. I'm going in with the Angie Hot and Flashy A506. It's just the angled concealer brush here. Okay, let's go into this RMS Beauty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines here. I thought that this looked so pretty. I talked about this in a Will I Buy It, and then as soon as it was available, I went ahead and ordered it. Let me just do a little swatch here for you, and then I can do a little comparison, because I did also get a new bronzer from Dior at the same time as I got the filter. So this is what the bronzer looks like here. It feels beautiful. It feels very silky, very smooth. It looks slightly luminous. It doesn't look like a hard matte. It doesn't look like glittery, but just, you know, that luminous, healthy, I just came in from the beach type of look. This is the new bronzer from Dior. This is the 031 Coral Bronze. This one here is different, where it's a bronzer with a bit of blush at the same time. Like when I wear this on its own. I don't add a blush or anything. So that's what this one here looks like. You can see it has more coral, it's warmer, whereas Tan Lines is more neutral cool, which is why I bought it, because as much as I love these sort of blush bronzers, coral colors for the cheeks, I also love just like a more cool neutral bronzer that doesn't give you a hint of orange. So I just wanted to show those side by side. Going in with an Angie Hot and Flashy A507, I'm just going to pick up some of this. I'm not sure exactly how intense this will be. Okay. It's really just melting into the skin here. This is my first time trying RMS Beauty, I think. It's one of those brands that I've been meaning to try for a while, but I never really got around to it. I would say that the finish is really pretty. It's soft, it's luminous, it's very buildable as well. Don't be worried at first. I wasn't sure how much to put on the brush, but it's beautiful. It's very natural. There's no orange whatsoever, especially again, like compared to this one here. It's so neutral, cool leaning. So if you want that sort of bronzer, ooh, oh, that is so pretty. I'm so sorry, you guys. Another gorgeous bronzer. I feel like bronzer season this year has really started off with a bang. There's also this new Armani bronzer. I'm like, I really don't need that. No. I mean, it looks gorgeous, but I really don't need it, so I don't think I'll be getting it, but it looks gorgeous. But I'm just saying, bronzer season this year. Wow, it's starting off really well. This really looks like it's melting into the skin. It's a powder, but you would almost think it's like a liquid or a gel or something, just the way that it's just so softly melting into my skin. Very, very pretty. Oof, so natural. I'm really happy I got this, even though I did just get that other bronzer. You know, sometimes we go through phases, and this is my current bronzer phase, apparently. It just looks so pretty. Like, it looks like I'm wearing some bronzer or something on the cheeks, but you can't really tell. Like it's not a harsh stripe. It's not orange. It's just like, ooh, sculpted and just very healthy. Now I'm really excited for this blush here, the Crystal Slipper, because I wanted a blush that looks like a blush and a bronzer had a baby. You know, like this looks like it's some sort of color for the cheeks, but it's not pink, it's not purple, it's just very subtle. That's what Crystal Slipper looks like here. You can tell that it has a little bit more luminosity than the bronzer. I'm excited to see what this looks like on the cheek because I feel like the bronzer looks more luminous, or looks like it has more sparkle in it on the back of my hand, and on my face it looks healthy, but it's not glittery at all. Like there's luminosity here, but that's from the primer, but there's no glitter around here, which is very, very promising. So this one here has some color, but it's really just some color, but maybe it's bronzer sort of mixed in together. So I'm just going to dip into this. This is the Chanel blush brush. The blush is definitely more luminous. It is gorgeous. This is exactly the color that I wanted. It's just some color, not a lot. I would honestly be tempted to sort of dip my brush into both this and the bronzer at the same time. Why not? It's makeup, we can play. Just to melt these together. Oh, it's so lovely. It's just very soft, very, very natural. I get it. I get what the fuss is about regarding RMS, especially for these complexion products here. Like these two powders have just melted. Like there's, again, like no harsh lines. Everything is melted. So luminous. Like if you want some sort of blush with a highlighter, you know, very luminous and lit from within, this is 1000% the formula for you. And for me, Crystal Slipper is the color that I wanted. It's some color, not very much, just enough to say I have some healthy cheeks. I'm taking the brush I used before on my eyes and I'm dipping into the bronzer here just a little bit. I just think that this will marry all of the colors together. It won't look like I'm wearing bronzer on the eyes, but it'll just make everything look so cohesive and lovely. For the lips, I'm going to go into a little bit of my Chanel Rouge Allure Velvet in 6 a.m., 6 o'clock. I think I'll just do a touch, like an outline, and then maybe add a lip oil over top. I just pressed it onto the lip to sort of give like a lip stain effect. And then I'm going into a little bit of my Guerlain Kiss Kiss Bee Glow Lip Oil. This is the shade 309 Honey Glow. I adore this lip oil. I've used half of it already. For a last final touch, I'm going into my new Miss Dior Parfum. This is a really gorgeous scent. It's not a perfect dupe for the 2008 version, but honestly, I think this is probably as close as we'll get in a very long time. So I'm very happy with it. I've been wearing it a lot. It's very lovely. So yeah, let me know what you think. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the RMS Beauty. The bronzer and the blush, like, just look at these cheeks, man. They're just so lovely. Like over here, there's more of the primer, but honestly, just even without a luminous primer, I think that these would be lovely and luminous, and you can just tell it's not glittery by any means. It's not a hard matte. I think that these are really pretty, lovely, love them. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you've tried RMS Beauty. A few of you told me that you did, and you told me to stay away from their cream products because you said that their cream products like expired quicker, so I stuck with the powder ones. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. A lot of you who watch me are not subscribed, and sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you for fun. So make sure you're still subscribed to my channel. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.